I don't care. I just want to get the shit done with.
Are you in agreement to the child support amount of $576 a month?
Of course not.
The parties currently meet there for exchange of the child already and want to continue doing so. Health insurance will be through the government plan, and cash medical support will be $343 a month beginning September 1st, 2023. And there will be no retroactive support for child support, medical support, or dental support. That's the agreed portions. We need to take testimony on the other issues. I'll go ahead and call the parties. I call the mother, Andrea Stevens. Ms. Stevens, could you state your full name?
Andrea Stevens.
Okay, and Ms. Stevens, did you hear the announcement regarding agreed portions of this order?
Yes.
And ma'am, are you in agreement to those terms of the order?
Yes.
Okay, and ma'am, has there been family violence between you and the father in the past 2 years?
Previously, yes.
Okay, when is the last time there was family violence between the two of you?
Maybe like 2 years ago.
Do you remember what month and what year?
It was October of 2021.
Okay. And what happened during that incident?
Me and him were at my mother's house. There were things that we disagreed upon. I asked him to leave. He refused to leave. He pushed me up against the wall. I tried to get our son to leave, get in the car. He got our son out the car, and he wouldn't let me leave the house.
How long did he keep you at the house with against your will?
That situation probably happened about 30 minutes until my mom got a call of what was going on. She called my phone that he had at the time, and then he left.
Okay. Is that the only time that he has pushed or shoved you?
No. Yeah, no.
Okay, so he had done that prior to 2021?
No. It was another incident after that.
Okay, when was that?
I don't really remember. I just know that that incident happened, and then after that, months later, the police was called at my mother's house where I was living.
Okay, and why were the police called?
Because he had been following me. I would leave out my grandmother's house. He would be outside. He came up to my job. And at that particular time, he had dropped off some flowers and stuff. And then I called the police because he wouldn't leave.
Okay, so you feel like he has stalked you?
In the past, yeah.
Okay, and did he threaten or harass you at your job, or why did he show up there?
Because we were in disagreement about a lot of other things that were going on. So he was trying to get his point across by coming up to my job, and he wanted to talk, but it wasn't the time or place to.
Okay, and ma'am, are you asking that you and the father be appointed that you would be appointed sole managing conservator of the child?
I didn't ask that. That's just what I was told when we went into the waiting room.
Okay. Are you comfortable being appointed joint managing conservators where y'all would share the rights and duties of parents?
Yes, I'm comfortable.
Okay, and you're comfortable even though there's been some alleged family violence between the two of you?
Yeah, because he's a great dad. It's just it's us in disagreement. So I feel comfortable with him, with our son, regarding our son. But other than that, no.
Okay. And ma'am, are you asking for a non-disclosure of your address and phone number and other identifying information?
I was told that would be the best plan of action. So yes.
Okay. Um, and ma'am, are you comfortable with the father having a standard visitation schedule where he would have the child on the first, third, fifth weekends of the month and Thursdays 6 to 8?
Yes.
You're comfortable with him having that now?
Yes.
Okay, and that would include overnight visits. Are you okay with him having overnight visits at this time?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And ma'am, the state calculated guideline child support at $576 a month, beginning September 1st, 2023. Are you in agreement to that amount?
No, I only filed back in November for us to sort out visitation. I wasn't interested in child support.
Okay, so you do not agree to the child support amount?
No.
Ma'am, is there anything else that you want to tell the court?
No, that's it.
Pass a witness. The state calls the father Trey Harmon. Mr. Harmon, could you state your full name?
Trey Harmon.
And sir, is it correct that you signed an acknowledgement of paternity for the child involved in this case?
Yeah.
Okay. And sir, did you hear the announcement that was made at the beginning of the hearing?
Yeah.
Are you in agreement to those terms of the order?
I don't care. I just want to get the shit done with.
Please don't person my courts.
Do
Is that a
whatever.
yes or no?
You can do whatever.
Yes or no, Mr. Harmon? We cannot take a thumbs up as a word.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir, has there been any family violence between you and the mother?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And sir, have you ever pushed or shoved Miss Stevens?
She said I did, so it's her word against mine. So yeah.
Okay. And sir, were the police called during an incident between the two of you in 2021?
No, I never signed any police document. No police has ever approached me. So no.
Okay. So there was no police interaction between you and the mother in 2021 or 2022?
If it was, I was probably gone by then.
Okay. Sir, did you follow the mother and show up at her job?
Yeah, but she also done that to me plenty of times. So, but that I'm not pointing a finger, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you want to be appointed joint managing conservators of the child?
Yeah, that's fine.
And are you asking that there be a geographic restriction for where the child lives to Dallas County and surrounding counties?
No.
Okay, so you're okay with the mother moving with the child to another city or to another state?
That's her choice. That's fine.
Okay. Sir, are you asking for a standard visitation schedule with the mother and the child?
Whatever you just told her, that's cool. Like whatever days, weekends, it's fine.
Okay. And sir, are you in agreement to the child support amount of $576 a month?
Of course not.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you currently make $22 an hour, 40 hours a week?
Yep.
And you have two other children under 18?
No, I have one child.
Okay, you just have one other child?
I have one child.
So is this the only child that you have?
I have no other kids.
Okay. Let me just calculate support on this case real quick. Okay. Sorry, it was calculated, the 576 was calculated with no other children. So the amount is correct. Sir, is there anything else that you want to tell the court?
No, I ain't gonna hold her. It's all good.
Pass the witness.
Okay, so the parts y'all agreed to are fine. I'm making a finding that there hasn't been a pattern of family violence. If I do that, then y'all cannot be appointed as joint managed conservators. Y'all can definitely still work together. That doesn't mean you can't still work together, but I can't appoint you as joint managing based on the law. So when there's family violence, then I don't order joint managing. That's what every family judge does. So appointing Ms. Stevens as a sole managed conservator, but like I said, y'all can still work together. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be so difficult, but we just can't do that. We need to make sure that any future family violence does not reoccur. Y'all need to work together to help raise your child together. I'm granting Ms. Stevens' request for non-disclosure. You're not required to let Mr. Harmon know your address. Mr. Harmon, you are required to give Ms. Stevens any change of address or where you currently live. She doesn't know that already. Y'all are going to do the exchange location for the visitation exchange, standard visitation, or whatever y'all both agree to. But if you don't have an agreement, then the standard visitation. Y'all agree to no geographic restriction of Ms. Stevens' address, so she can move anywhere she wants to. And child support must be ordered. We must have child support. A child must be supported by financially. So child support based on your wages is $576 a month. Court costs is billed. The attorney
I gotta
general.
pay. Wait, hold on. I gotta pay $570 something a month.
I'm talking, sir. I don't know if you heard me talking. But the attorney general's office will draft an order and email you both a copy of it. You must follow the court order, even though you may not agree with it. And that's where we are. You had a question, Mr. Harmon? I'm not going to change my mind, but if you have a question, I'll answer your question if you like. You can unmute yourself.
Now you mentioned $500 something, but like I said, I'm not asking nobody to change their mind. But I've been seeing my son every day. I don't meet up. I don't never meet up to see him anywhere. I don't meet up at Walmart. I see him every day, and I've been providing for him, and I've been in her house for the past 4 or 5
Unfortunately, it's too
months.
late. You did not want to testify. You
And
were very
that's fine. But I'm
angry
just
and
saying
started
why.
cursing to start off the hearing. You didn't want
No,
to
that's
answer any
fine. That's
questions.
fine. But
If
she
you
said.
told
But
me
she
during the
said
hearing,
she
excuse me,
mentioned
sir,
the
I'm
500.
talking. Excuse me,
She
sir.
mentioned. She mentioned.
I'm not
You
going to
asked
talk
me to
over
unmute
you.
myself. All right, I can get.
I'm going to mute you because you can't listen to me here. You got to present your testimony and evidence. You started off the hearing by cursing and then talking over people and being disrespectful. All right, Ms. Stevens, you can press leave to exit out. Thank you.
Judge, you said
And Ms.
no.
Stevens, before you go, this is the way he controls you by
I know.
not getting child support. So you need to not make sure you understand that now and in the future that he's trying to control you by not wanting child support to be set.
I understand.
Okay. We don't want you to be controlled. You're a strong woman. You don't need all that. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Judge, you said no finding of family violence, correct?
No, finding of family violence.
Oh, finding of family violence. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, finding of family violence, sole managing, non-disclosure granted, no geographic restriction.
Okay, thank you.